So thank you guys for joining me today. You guys are watching APL Mystery Reads. So that is a program that we're doing here at the Aurora Public Library every Thursday at 1 p.m. where a member of our staff picks a book of their choosing and reads it out loud. So we don't tell you the title or the author at the beginning. So it gives you the chance to guess what book I'm reading, which is always kind of fun. And it also gives you the chance to listen to a book without any outside biases. Like I know I definitely do this, but I do pick books by their covers. But this gives you the chance to hear a book by their first chapter and decide whether or not you like it. Today's book is one of my absolute favorites. Usually we do more, we do books that are like adult books, so just like the literary genres that are just written for adults. But today my book's a little bit different, that it is a YA book. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll stick till we get to this temple place, he told himself. I can get lost there. Easy. Alright. So that's about the first 20 minutes of that book. If you guys want me to finish the chapter, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, we'll just end it there for now. And if you have any guesses on what this book could be, like I said at the beginning, this is my favorite book, or one of my favorite books. Give it a minute. Alright. So I hope you guys enjoyed that reading of this book. It's called, actually, the title is Sandry's Book. It's the first book in the Circle of Magic series, and it's by Tamara Pierce. And so I want to thank Scholastic and Tamara Pierce for letting us read this book today. I really enjoyed reading it, and I really hope you guys enjoyed listening to it. Like I said at the beginning, it's one of my favorite books that I've read as a preteen. Like this book, it's a YA fiction. A lot of people have read other Tamara Pierce's works. I think her most popular is the Tortal universe with Alana as the main character, and that is a really great series, and it features a great main character, Alana, as she's going through her adventures, becoming a knight and going through other things. But this series by Tamara Pierce is my favorite in particular because we didn't finish the chapter, but there's one more main character that would have been introduced, and it's this group of 4 students who have special abilities. They're not quite magical like everybody else, but they do have powers that are a little bit special, and so they get found by one of the main teachers, Nico, and he takes them in, and they all have separate teachers who help them grow and learn their powers, and they have a really great friendship together. So I think this book is really great for teens of any age, and even for adults, because like when you read it, it has a very nostalgic value to it, and the name of the book. So the name of the book is Sandry's Book. So it's called Sandry's Book, which is kind of, but it's the first book in the Circle of Magic series, and it's by Tamara Pierce. And this series, the Circle of Magic series, has 4 books in it. So each book follows each of the main characters. So in this book, even though we get introduced to all the main characters in the first chapter, it's mainly from Sandry's point of view, and it's more of her story. And then the second book focuses on one of the other characters, and so on and so forth until the end of the series. And then if you like this series, there's a sequel series when they're a little bit older, and then I think there's one more where they themselves are teachers. But like I was saying at the beginning, I really like this book because you get to know all 4 characters really well. Like they start off in this series a little bit younger, and they're still learning and growing. But it's really, like, it's very, even though the book doesn't, it still covers a little bit hard topics, like you saw when we were talking about Roach, like he gets thrown in prison and he could have been sent to the docks and have to suffer through that. But on a whole, it's a very wholesome book. Like you see that they lean on each other and that they are very good friends and they help each other. And one thing that I really like about this series and about Tamara Pierce just in general is the way she writes adult characters. So in a lot of these books, you'll see the adult characters are either the enemies or they're just useless and the kids have to figure everything out. But in this book, the adults and their teachers take the time to actually teach them and actually like be really good role models for them and care for them. And even though they get into adventures and things happen, it's not because the other characters aren't like don't give them a support system. So this book is really a lot about found family and about the support that you can get when you're trying to learn who you are, which I feel like a lot of teens like to read about, and I feel like even adults can kind of resonate with. With Tamara Pierce, like a lot, she has written a lot of young adult fiction, and all of it is really, really good. She says that she got most of her inspiration, like a lot of it comes from fantasy and kind of Arthurian legends that she was inspired by when she grew up, like when she was growing up, and so that feeds into her books a lot. And then you'll find out in this series and definitely in her Alana Tortal universe series that she has a lot of strong female characters, which is really great. And she says that she writes books like that because when she was growing up she didn't read a lot of books that had strong female characters, so she decided she would just write them, which I think is great. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this Reader's Corner. I know I definitely enjoyed reading this book, and I hope you check out this book. It is on Hoopla. It's available on our Hoopla app, so you can check out this book right away if you feel like reading it. It's an audiobook. So I really recommend the audiobook that is on Hoopla because it's full cast audio, and so it has different characters voicing different parts. So I feel like when you have audiobooks with that, instead of just one narrator, you have multiple. It makes for a more immersive experience, which I really enjoy. But I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed this session of APL Mystery Read. We have another one next week on Thursday at 1 p.m. And so we'll be picking a different book for that one, and it'll be someone else different reading from the book. And if you like our programs here at Aurora Public Library, every Friday we have our Reader's Corner, where we review a book from a different genre every week, and we tell you whether or not you should read it or if it's a good book. There are spoilers in that one, but overall I think it's really great. And then if you haven't already signed up for our Summer of Imagination reading program, you can definitely do that just online through our website. And all you have to do is just register really quick, and then you get prizes for reading and doing other activities, which I'm sure you guys are already doing anyways, so you might as well get prizes for it. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!